Hi, first graders. Today I want to teach you a brand new reading skill. It is called comparing and contrasting. What is comparing and contrasting? Well, I made this chart to help us out. Compare and contrast. To compare means to tell how things are the same. How are they the same? When you contrast, you're telling how things are different. How are they different? Sometimes people use Venn diagrams. This is called a Venn diagram to help them compare and contrast things. So I made a Venn diagram to compare and contrast apples and oranges. How are apples different than oranges? The big circles represent how they are different. So apples are red. Oranges are orange. That is one way they're different. What is one way they are the same? One way are the same is that they're both fruits. What makes them the same? It goes in the middle of the Venn diagram, how they're the same. Okay, so that is one way that you can compare and contrast. When you get to second grade, this is what you'll be seeing a lot more. Okay, Venn diagrams to help you compare and contrast. Okay, so today, I know that we read so many fairy tales and we got to know so many characters, and we got to know characters by identifying their traits and reading about the adventures they went on in the fairy tales. So something you can compare and contrast is characters. So today that's what we're going to do. First, watch how I compare and contrast two fairy tale characters. Then you're going to do it on your own later today when the video is over. So I'm going to compare. I made a little chart here called character comparison. And then I made two boxes for my two characters that I'm comparing and contrasting. Cinderella and Little Red Riding Hood. And I drew quick pictures of them here. I'm going to go back and color the pictures later, only if I have time. But I did it really quickly, just to name the characters that I'm going to compare and contrast. Okay? Now I'm going to write two sentences. One sentence to compare, one sentence to contrast. So let me think. How are Cinderella and Little Red Riding Hood the same? How are they alike? How are they alike? Let me think back about the story, what they did, what kind of people they are, what their personality was like. What's one way they're alike? Oh, I know. So I'm going to start my sentence. Cinderella ends. Little Red Riding Hood okay, Cinderella and Little Red Riding Hood are both, see that word both? Both is a big compare word to tell how things are alike. When you're using that word both, you're saying how things are the same. Cinderella and Little Red Riding Hood are both kind girls. And there's my sentence. Why are they both kind? Well, Cinderella's really kind because she helps out her family and she always does the right thing. Little Red Riding Hood is really kind because she was going to bring food to her grandma who was sick, and that's what made her a kind character. Now I have to think about ways that they're different. How are they different? How are they different? See, what I just wrote would go in the middle of my Venn diagram of Cinderella and Little Red Riding Hood. Now I have to think of one way that they're different. Let me think. Oh, I know. Okay, I'm going to write number 2. And if you don't have room, you can just go on the back when you do your sheet. Okay, can you guys see this? 2. Cinderella and I'm just going to write LRRH, which stands for Little Red Riding Hood, because it's kind of a long name and I'm just going to shorten it, okay? So Cinderella and Little Red Riding Hood are different. I'm contrasting them now. Difference, okay, because, they're different because LRRH, which is Little Red Riding Hood, because Little Red Riding Hood made a bad decision. And Cinderella, sorry guys, my marker's running out. Cinderella and Little Red Riding Hood are different because Little Red Riding Hood made, whoops, I spelled that wrong, a bad decision, and Cinderella did not. So what I'm talking about is when Little Red Riding Hood made that bad decision of telling the wolf where she was going, and then the wolf followed her, and that wasn't a good choice to tell a stranger where you were going. Cinderella did not make bad choices, but Little Red Riding Hood did make a bad choice. So that's one way they are different. Okay, now, your job today is to compare and contrast Little Red Riding Hood and Goldilocks. Not Cinderella, so Little Red Riding Hood and Goldilocks. You're going to write you can, if you have time, you can draw 2 pictures of them, quick pictures, and color them, only if you have time though. Then you can write 2 sentences. One sentence to compare them. Little Red Riding Hood and Goldilocks are both. One way they're alike. And then one way they are different. Little Red Riding Hood and Goldilocks are different because. And again, you can abbreviate it like I did, LRRH, to shorten it to save your time. Okay? If you have any questions on how to compare and contrast these 2 fairy tale characters, please reach out to your teachers because we are always willing to help you. I can't wait to see what you come up with, and good luck and have fun. Bye, boys and girls. See you tomorrow.